Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at where I go to work. Some of you may or may not know I am a one-on-one English tutor right now. I teach people of all ages, and I just wanted to show you guys around the classroom. And I work at Global English Academy. It's behind there. Alright, let's go inside. First, turn the lights on. Alright, so when you first walk in the door, this is my boss's desk. This is where she does all the scheduling for new students, has a whole bunch of her office supplies and books. And the first thing I do is I clock in using these little time cards right here. So I just put it in the slot right here, which says the time and the date, and then I punch in when I leave and do the same thing all the way over here now. The classroom is set up with some makeshift walls, have a whole bunch of English notes and calendars and just things to make it feel more like a classroom and less like a cram school. My boss's area again, Global English Academy sign, and this is where I normally conduct my lessons. So there's a lot of books on there right now, but basically, this is where I normally conduct my lessons. So again, a whole bunch of things on the walls useful for learning English, and as you can see, everything is held together with those poles because Japan, we get a lot of earthquakes, and so to make sure that nothing falls over or, gets damaged if an earthquake happens, those poles are there to protect it from floor to ceiling. And then I have a little whiteboard over here where I can, if I'm sitting at this desk, at this table right here, and I'm teaching a student something and, they don't know how to spell it or they want to see a picture of it, then I can just use the whiteboard right here and it helps them get the word in their head better, and they can, practice spelling and things like that without wasting paper. And then here we have just a whole bunch of stuff. Usually this stuff is for the younger kids. My youngest student, he is 4 years old. So we just play with him a bit, but make sure that he actually is learning some English. And as you can see, everything is labeled, the clock, the CD player, everything like that. The wall, whiteboard, everything. So we try to make this environment as, kid friendly as possible and make sure that, they're actually able to learn English when they come here, because most of the times in Japanese schools, they don't actually teach them correct English. So when they come here, we try to immerse them as much as we can. So yeah, that's what we do here. And then if you go back here, we have the hidden bookshelf area. There's me in the mirror. This is basically where we keep all of the other books that, we're not using right now, but could possibly use in the future. I usually get here about an hour early just to start planning my lessons based on the student. It's a little messy right now, but we're planning to clean it up really soon. And as you can see, we just have a whole bunch of different types of books. Most of these for learning English, some of them for learning other languages, some of them just informative, like we have American colleges, profiles of American colleges. And yeah. And then I usually, if I can't find a book, it's usually back here. So this is where I go to, get my books that I can't find. And then this is usually where I put my stuff. So I'll put my purse or whatever I have up there, and then I'll hang my jacket right there. And then my stuff won't be in the way while I'm teaching a lesson. So yeah, I think that's it for this room. So let's move on to the next classroom. Right. So this is the second classroom. We usually use this classroom to teach about 2 people since it's the biggest one we have. There's a lot of information on the walls, tongue twisters, just general knowledge about the English language, greetings, saying goodbye, things like that. And it just looks like a regular classroom, in America, but in Japan, classrooms don't have all these kind of, fun, colorful posters on the wall with any quotes or anything like that. So it's kind of nice for them to come here and actually feel like they can have fun in class and not, just sit down and listen all day. So we have some like board games for them to play about, they can learn English, they learn about the world, they can learn and practice spelling. We have some card games up here, just basically testing their, comprehension, critical thinking, and just how fast and how well they can speak English, sayings, proverbs, quotes, more card games to learn English. Different levels because not everyone is good, and sometimes we even use these for the adults because their level isn't that high, so it's not that difficult. And then these are usually the books we read. We use these books more for the adults. This is a TED Talk 21st Century Reading book. It helps you learn English. And then the ones I usually use for the adults is Making Friends, Social English for Adult Learners. And then my go-to book for the kids is Speech Adventure for Kids. It has a bit of more of a fun type of vibe to it, so they never really feel like they're doing worksheets and it's really boring. And we just play a lot of games in this room, mainly practice speaking. And today I have a student coming in for a test review, so it's not as fun as what we normally do in here, but yeah. And I think that's pretty much it for this room. Alright, so here we have a copy machine, which is technically in the second classroom, I guess. Again, we have another whiteboard. This one is really small, so it's more for, writing and reading types of assignments rather than, listening, speaking, or any game type activities, mainly because there's not a lot of space. So it's basically just an area to work quietly if that's what the assignment is. Again, these books on this shelf are all more for kids than adults. So again, this is more of an area just to, work quietly by yourself. There's the restroom right there. We have a little kitchen with a sink and a fridge. And this is the copy machine. So anytime that I need to, make copies of a book because the kid doesn't have the book, then I come here. It's actually a really big copy machine. I don't know if you can see, but basically I turn this on. I think actually it's unplugged right now, but usually I turn this on and I just make whatever copies I need of whatever book I need. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my work. I know I don't really post a lot about, where I work or where I live. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys, a little bit of that because I mostly post when I go on trips or to other places, but you guys don't really get to see, where I go every day or where I go every week. So I thought you guys would enjoy, so let me know if you did. And alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.